Right, welcome back to the Retrobates podcast. I guess this is episode 9, if you like. So I'm sat here with my friend Rudi, aka Before You Fall Asleep, a talented musician who we've been working together as well. You know, we've done a tune together, and I also edit his videos. So we're just gonna record our shit for an hour and a half, and just shoot the shit, man. How you been? What you been up to?
Shit, that's it. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm not good, but I'm good.
We should also probably add that we've been drinking this evening.
Yeah,
we did
done like 3 videos in the past 4 hours.
Yeah, we did
shit. Currently waiting for Google Drive to upload a fucking video so we can edit another video on top of the music video we just edited earlier. But yeah, no, it's all
so the work rate's there. That's what I think. That's what Rudy's trying to say in his slurred words. Is that okay? So tonight we've been editing Rudy's new video. We also recorded You Laugh, You Lose, which will be up on my channel.
Which is terrible.
John Anthony. No. After the edit, it's gonna be all right. But yeah, right now we thought we'd just record a podcast because I don't know. People like listening to podcasts. You know, I love listening to a podcast. Do you listen to any podcasts?
I like listening to podcasts. They're just people talking. Even you can feel like you're in the room with them, even though you're not in the room with them. You know, like you can listen to this shit when you go to sleep. You know what I mean? Like so, just fucking before you go to sleep.
Before you fall asleep, yeah.
Yeah.
So I used to because I'm so ADHD, I think I
am, you know. I've never been
diagnosed.
Never been diagnosed, but as well, autism runs in my family, and I've never gone to the doctor for it, but I have been. Part of me wants to go and check it out, and then the other part of me is like, nah, man, I'm just fucking.
Yeah, I'm the same with my
anyway.
ADHD.
That's what the thing is. Just roll with it as it is. You know?
I think my whole from probably when I was like maybe 17, 18 onwards, I knew I obviously had like really ADHD tendencies. Like I'm very forgetful, like.
But when you focus on something, you focus on something.
I'm very hyper-focused.
And it's the be-all and end-all.
Yeah, but only lasts like a few months, and then I'll go and do something else.
Yeah, and you find something else, and then you're hooked on that thing. Yeah, man, I'm very much the same.
But I was always well scared to go on medication because I always felt like...
Shit, bro, shit. I remember when I was like 13, 14, and like I've always had really bad... Like, at the time, I didn't know what the fuck it was. I was just really fucking upset and fucking sad about nothing, you know. And I remember being put on medication when I was like 13, 14.
For what?
I was for depression and anxiety.
Really? From that young?
13, 14, they put me on fluoxetine. And I remember not telling anyone about it because I thought it was weird, you know.
Yeah,
and
you were ashamed of it.
Not ashamed of it, but I just thought like it was strange. It was like that wasn't in my realm of existence. You know, like knowing about anxiety and depression, like to me that young, like was like it just wasn't a thing, you know. And I thought if you were on meds, I don't know, maybe it's like
it made you like
society like drilled it into my head from like watching like TV shows and shit. Like it drilled it into my head that if you're on medication for stuff, you're fucked in the head. You're not normal. You know what I think
that was like, especially during like the late 90s, early 20s. That was like the attitude, wasn't it? Like,
yeah. So when
like
I got
mental health wasn't really accepted.
Exactly. And it's only crazy. Like it's only been in the past, like what? Like I don't know. I could be really wrong here, but like the past, I don't know, like 5, maybe 10 years. Like people have actually started being like, oh, okay, mental health is actually a fucking thing. People do get upset, you know, blah blah blah. But back to the point, I was put on fluoxetine. I was on fluoxetine for about 3 years. So like from like 13, 14 to about 17, 18. And it just made me fucking... I know people go on about like, oh, it's great I just feel numb. But it was like, I felt numb as in like, I don't know, it makes you worse. And the doctor will tell you that this is going to make you feel worse for about a month. But after that, you'll feel great. And that was a fucking lie. Like that was not
really.
Like...
It's interesting to say that because when my anxiety got so fucking bad that I called a doctor, and I was like, mate, I need they wanted to put me on these things called beta blockers or beta blockers.
Yeah. They're fucked. They are fucked. My dad takes that shit.
Fluoxetine or something. They said if you don't like this drug,
fluoxetine, sertraline,
fluoxetine,
sertraline, all of that shit. It's all the same shit, right? And someone told me this. I know someone that works in like pharmacy, like doctor fucking shit. I don't know how fucking true it is, but they said to me, they're like, look, like they all do the same thing, and they are like, you know, obviously proven to help certain people, but they won't prescribe you like, oh, I'll prescribe you sertraline because you feel like this, or I'll prescribe you fluoxetine because you feel like this. They'll prescribe you what's
Recommended,
in
whatever. Yeah.
no what's almost
What's
flavor
selling.
of the month.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's fucking.
But that's what scared me when, like,
But fuck that, man. No, I took it for a few years and then I had to fucking sack it off.
I called up the doctor. I don't know, maybe about half a year ago, and I was like, look, I feel like I'm on the verge. It's so weird because I felt like I don't know. Have you ever had that where like you feel like tears are at the back of your eyes? So I was like, I feel like I need to
heavy,
cry.
Like your head feels heavy, but you
Yeah,
can't
I feel like I need to cry,
Yeah,
but
man,
I can't.
I still do it. Sometimes I'll put on like a certain song. For me, the band is like I put on Oasis songs. If I need a cry and I need to just let shit out for anything, even if I'm having a bad day. And
Oasis is your go-to.
And I'm not ashamed to say it. Like as a man, like a lot of people try and be all fucking masculine and shit. I'm not fucking ashamed to say it. Like Oasis is my one. If I need to let something out, I put Oasis on.
Do you know what? Yeah, there's this interview with Slow Tie, and furthermore, what I was saying about the whole sertraline thing was when I got prescribed that, they were like, look, it's gonna take a month, and you're gonna get worse before you get better. And I was like, I cannot afford to get worse, so I just didn't take it. I just started going down the gym instead, and it actually did help.
Gym's way better.
Gym,
Gym makes you feel great for like.
If you're going through a hard time,
It makes you feel great for like an hour, and then after that hour's up and the pump's gone, then you're back.
Do you
to
reckon?
square
No, I
one,
reckon the gym's pretty good.
No, I'm not knocking it at all. I think the gym saved my life, but like, I'll go to the gym, I'll have a fucking heavy session, and then I'll feel great for like an hour afterwards, and this is the point where I'm like, I don't know, I'll sit down and watch fucking YouTube or TV or something, and then I'm back in that slumped mindset
it's
of like,
easy to do nothing, isn't it?
Yeah, and then I'm back in that mindset of like, right, cool, well, I did that earlier, that was cool, that lasted, and now I'm back to where I was before I went to the gym, and now I feel like this again, you know, and it's like, where does this end? But as well, I feel like the reason people feel like this,
I think it's social media.
When you got, I was gonna get to that. Funny enough,
it is social
but like
media.
the whole depression, anxiety, this whole day and age, you know, talk to people back in the 90s. And they don't really. The whole mental health thing was like almost alien back then. You know, it was there, but they just got on with it. And the best way I describe
undiagnosed, wasn't it?
Yeah, the best way I describe things now to people is like, you look at people that went on Jeremy Kyle, and I'm not being like
flippant,
not being the word of like assumptuous or whatever. Like I don't know what their life is actually like, but. Look at people on Jeremy Kyle, and their life on there is made out to be so fucking shit. They've got nothing going for them. They're on the dole. You know, they're like, just their life is shit. But they're there, and 9 out of 10 of the people on there, they're fucking stoked on life. They're like fucking, they're like, they don't give a fuck. They're happy with life. They're cool. They're running with shit. They're cool. But then you get people like, I don't know, like say like myself, and I'm not saying I'm fucking like God's gift or anything, but like I think too much, and I can see like I think about things 10 steps before they've happened, you know?
Yeah,
and that's why I get depressed, and that's why I get fucking anxious, because I look at things in the fucking what's the fucking word? Like way ahead in the distance before they've happened. Whereas these people in Jeremy Kyle that are fucking dumb, and I know that sounds really out of order because they might not all be dumb, but they're made out to be dumb.
People that go on Jeremy
show.
Kyle are pretty dumb.
I think, yeah, but I think maybe the term ignorance is bliss is very.
Mate, do you know what?
It's very accurate.
It's mad that you say that because sometimes.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I look at like some people and they're like, yeah, I've got my job, I've got my wife, I've got my kids, and that I'm happy. I'm like. And ignorance is bliss, lad, because...
Yeah, but if they want that for themselves, that's sick. But, like, they're the sort of people that went to school. I've got loads of mates like it now, and they are absolutely fucking killing it in life, and I'm fucking so stoked for them. But they never had any dreams in life. They just went to school, done their shit, and then their whole their whole outlook on life was, right, cool, I'll finish school, I'll get a wife, I'll have some kids...
Yeah,
and
they're happy with that.
And then I'll work. I don't want to fucking do that. I want to fucking travel the world more. I still want to do shit, but like I envy their mindset on the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
world.
It's
I
like
envy that.
burying your head, isn't it? It's like it's
Yeah.
so true. Like I feel
And I
very.
think maybe there's a bit of arrogance to it that creative minds, like like we do music and shit. Maybe there's an arrogance to it, like because we do shit that's like art. We want people to see our art, and we want people to appreciate our art, and we want that kind of satisfaction and approval from people that our art is good, And that's what I'm saying. Like maybe there's an element of arrogance to that, but.
I don't know if it's about...
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
but
no,
it's not arrogance in a sense of like I'm better than you, but it's a sense of arrogance of like I know what I'm doing is sick. Can you appreciate it and tell me that it's sick so I can have some reassurance?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it's sick,
What's the word? It's what's the word for that? It's fucking social gratification. Like,
yeah.
If you're like me, you're a creative. And that's how you want to make your money. Like, so at this point, we should probably let the audience know Rudi is a tattoo artist. I'm an aspiring barber, and we're both musicians. And
music's dead though. You can't make fucking unless you're Drake. You can't make fucking music.
No, you can, but you just got.
Fucking 1 million plays on Spotify gets you like $40.
There's a massive problem.
It's fucked.
With the streaming industry.
It's fucked, man. It's fucked. So I think all the money comes from playing shows. Like Drake obviously definitely gets paid. I don't know what Drake gets paid. I don't know Drake, but I imagine he gets paid minimum $250,000 for a show. You know what I mean? That's
$250,000, you reckon?
That's minimum. Do you know what I mean? If he's put minimum
$250,000 for a show.
That's probably what I reckon he gets paid. Something like that. Maybe even more. Maybe $1 million a show. I don't know.
How much would you charge? All right, so if Drake messaged you, and he said, I'll do a feature for you. What's the max you would pay for him?
I don't fuck off.
Yeah,
I'd say you FaceTime me right now so I know you're not some fucking some dude in his fucking mum's basement.
Would you want to do a feature with Drake?
Do you know what? I would, but I wouldn't.
Do you think he fits your criteria as a musician? No,
not at all.
No, but imagine
having
Drake on your track.
It would be, of course. You'd be instantly propelled into fucking stardom. Where you want to be. But how long would that last? Because you're not going to do another fucking feature with Drake.
Yeah.
You can maybe do one feature with Drake, and then you do this, and then everyone. If I actually did it, and it's not going to happen, I do not expect this to happen at all. This would never happen because fucking I love Drake, but no, nah. Even if it happened, I'd do one feature with him. That song would go into the charts. It'd probably go number 1 because it's Drake. A month later, you fall off.
Yeah.
No one's gonna remember you, and then it's gonna be the plummet is gonna be so rapid because you're gonna be, oh, you're that guy that did that one song with Drake that no one gives a fuck about anymore. That's what it would turn into. Yeah, fuck that. No, fuck that. But don't get me wrong, if Drake messaged me right now and said, yo, homie, let's do a fucking song, I'd be like, yeah, cool.
Bro,
like
anyone who's an aspiring musician.
Of course you do it, but at the same time you need to know in the back of your head that like this ain't fucking Oz, bro. You know what I mean? Like this ain't real.
So who is your who's your dream artist to work with? If you could have anyone hit you in the DMs and be like, yo, I'd love to work with you. Who you vouching for?
No one.
No one. There's no one that you want to work with?
No one.
Really?
No.
Why not?
Because I want to be me. I don't want to fucking... No.
What? There's no artist?
No.
Like...
No.
I know that the people that, like... Okay, so...
The obvious one people say is, oh,
Peep and Juice WRLD and that, yeah.
Juice WRLD probably, but it would still... The dynamic would still be very...
If Juice WRLD hit you up...
No, I tell you what. Do you know who it would be? It would be... Travis Barker. Probably Travis Barker.
Just to play a drum track
probably,
for you?
Yeah, probably Travis Barker.
But that's kind of a dead collab, though.
No, it's not.
Because it's only a drum track.
Because otherwise I'm going to do something with someone else that, at this moment in time, say like, if Juice WRLD, God rest his soul, if he was still alive and he hit me up and he was like, yo, let's do a fucking song, I'd do it, put me out there more and get me some exposure. But at the same time, you know for a fact, like, these people that they're so big now, no matter who they work with, unless the other person is just as big as them, you ain't shit. They don't care about
So-
you. They're gonna be like, who the fuck are you? Like, you know what I mean?
What do you
Like,
think is the secret for breaking through then?
I don't think there is a secret anymore. I don't think there is a secret anymore. I think it's all about coming from playing in hardcore bands.
So Rudi,
the
let me
way
just
it was.
give some context to the audience. Rudi, you grew up in the metal scene, right? The melodic metal scene, and you had a pretty successful band, and you toured and everything.
Yeah, I've seen the whole of Europe fucking multiple times. I've done everything I've ever wanted to do, other than play fucking.
And now you're on this.
Other than play like fucking Download Festival or something, but like my fucking style of music back then, Download wasn't even on the radar. You know what I mean?
But now you're on this new avenue of like this. Well, you call it emo trap, which I think is like a bit of a cancerous term.
It is, but it's not. You know, it fits in the realm of Lil Peep, Juice WRLD, but you could still put it next to Post Malone. You could even put it next to fucking Blink-182.
How do you feel
you
about
could put it on
like,
a Blink-182 fucking lineup, and it would still be all right.
How do you
what I
feel
mean?
about people comparing you to Peep all the time? Not all the time, but like it happens often, doesn't it? Because you're
Bring it.
Do you know what pisses me off?
I
Yeah,
don't fucking care.
I've known
I
you.
get so much shit for it.
I've known you before. Well, as you were making this new music, and because you've got face tattoos and all that.
But I started this shit years ago. There's shit on my YouTube that's unlisted from like 3 years ago of this style of music. But I just didn't put it out back then because I didn't have.
Do you not get annoyed at this? Like, and I'm being devil's advocate right now because you've got face.
Comparison.
Yeah, because you've got face tattoos.
No, I don't give a fuck, bro.
But the people that are listening to it don't know that you're a tattoo artist.
That's it. That's what makes me laugh, and that's why I don't care. Because a lot of these people, like that fucking page that posted the thing saying, "Is Before You Fall Asleep the new revival? Fucking is he the new Lil Peep?" Da, da, da. All these people saying like, "Don't compare anyone to Peep." Da, 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 fuck this guy. Fuck him. Da,
So I
da.
said earlier,
Bring the hate. That's sick. But again, these people don't know that I'm a tattooer. So like, I don't need to do this music shit.
like,
I do this
Peep's
music
ultras
shit
are
because
so ready to fucking
yeah.
jump on you, aren't they?
But then they still suck my dick. Like, so it's like, what? Like, you hate me or do you love me? Like, what's your fucking deal here? You know what I mean? Like, you can't post publicly on a fucking post and say fuck this guy, fuck this, da da da, and then fucking slide in my DMs and be like, yo, I fuck with you, bro. Let's do some stuff.
Yeah.
That's like, I mean, they stay in the request folder. I don't open it. You know what I mean? Or if I really, depending on the message, if they really like, if I think like, yeah, you're a fucking absolute piece, then I'll open it and just like their message and not even reply.
Yeah.
Because it is all those people that will post on a fucking post saying, fuck this guy, da 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 da, fuck him, he's shit, da da, I don't like his fucking music. But then 10 minutes later, they're in my DMs going, I fuck with you, bro. Can we do some tunes? Can I send you some beats? Yeah, you can send me some beats, but I ain't gonna fucking reply to you. You know what I mean? Fuck you. No,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. But again, going back to like, you know, like I played in hardcore bands for fucking over 10 years. I toured Europe many times, and it's not as glamorous as you think it would be at all. But I did it because more so for traveling and just, there's nothing better than being in another country with your band. Like, you know, at the time, they're your best friends in the whole world. It's you, 4 other boys, you know, lads, it's a lad's holiday. And you're playing like you're playing some club night in fucking Berlin or some shit. You know what I mean? And you know for a fact, as soon as you get off that fucking stage, you're going to get off and someone's going to give you some drugs and the night is just going to fucking propel into fucking oblivion after that. But you don't give a shit because you're on tour, you know? Like, I've done all that shit. Like, I miss it, but I don't miss it.
I think the best thing, like, when I was, 20, 21, 22, I was a travelling...
But you done all the same shit. You lived in fucking Amsterdam,
Yeah, I lived in Amsterdam, but further than that, I was also... Before I lived in Amsterdam, I was travelling in Europe as a DJ.
Europe's the fucking best, man. Europe is the best. Like,
Europe is sick.
what's your favourite country that you've been in?
Prague.
You've been to? I loved Prague.
Prague was sick.
What was that? We spoke about this the other
Cross
day.
Club.
Yes, yeah. And they've got that fucking fat, like, brick stairwell.
Mate,
I remember
Cross Club in Prague
carrying
is
a
sick.
fucking huge fucking bass cab all the way down those fucking stairs, playing the sickest
do you know,
show
Cross Club's
ever.
got so many different levels,
And then
mate.
trying to fucking bring the fucking... Oh no, I think I'm thinking of a different one. But Cross Club is
Cross Club's the one with
and it's got that
gears everywhere.
and it's got that fucking where our merch was, that show. It's got like bongs on the table and shit. Like
yeah. That's
yeah,
Cross Club.
yeah. I remember where our merch was. There was like a light board. You can't see this obviously, but I'm like making the shape with my hands. But there was like this light board on the wall where our merch was, and it had like light switches on it, and you could flick them on and off, and you could write shit.
Oh shit!
You know what I mean? Like it was Cross Club
Cross Club was sick. All I remember from Cross
and
Club,
outside the front of it, it's got that big fucking weird. It's got that weird fucking. There's like a weird like
Cog.
Yeah. That's outside. Yeah, it is that place. Yeah.
That's Cross Club.
Fuck. Yeah, it is that place. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Cross
part
Club
of me was
sick.
like, are we thinking the same place or are we not? But yeah, it had that big weird fucking mechanical cog thing outside.
Yeah, that's Cross Club. So a lot of Cross Club's interior design has got like there's like even in like they've got this like
weird. It was so
plastic,
sick, though. Yeah.
plastic wall,
almost like a windmill. Fucking yeah.
Yeah,
man, I fucking love that place.
We
It's
DJ'd
fucking...
there. I DJ'd there. Like I was very lucky to be taken on tour with my guys who are like people that I've known since I was 19, but now they're like really successful producers. Gentlemen's Club, their name is. So back in the day, we used to fuck with each other and share music and stuff, and we was all coming up at the same time. But they were just super focused. So my boy Coffee, 50 Carat, and Solomon, they were like prolific producers, and then they decided like, we're gonna do a tour. We're making this new collective called Gentlemen's Club, and they were looking for a starting act to come with them. And because I was coming up, I wasn't like making like mad money off music or anything, but they were like, "Yo, he's perfect. Bring him along because we don't have to pay him big bucks or anything like that." Huh?
Was this that era? Boys in the Muck, or whatever it was.
What? Oh, what? That? No, my rap.
Yeah.
No. It was nothing to do with that. It was just
that guy that was there.
Kind of. Well, they were good friends of mine, and they were like, "We're going on tour."
Do you know what? They're the best ones, though. The best fucking tours I've been on are the ones where I haven't had to fucking play at. Don't get me wrong, I'm not sounding like a fucking dick because I know so many people, their dream is, and it was my dream too. My dream too was just to tour Europe once.
No, but it was amazing because like I was not as big as them at the time, but we were good friends.
But no, that's what I'm saying. The best tours I did, the ones I weren't playing on, because I'd turn up, you turn up to the shows and you get pissed in the morning, you get fucking service stations in Europe on the Autobahn. They have like fucking every single one has a thing called a Viking beer in it, and it's like a can of beer. I'm holding a can of beer here, but it's like a can of beer, but it's like I don't know what it is. Like how much is in that? It's like a 2-liter can of beer.
Really?
And we just fucking drink those. And again, like because I wasn't fucking playing on the tour, I didn't have to fucking care. I didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Just turn up and I just sell merch for people. I just get fucked up. They can play the shows if they want to be dickheads. They can be dickheads. But if I was a dickhead, no one's gonna be like, well, even if they did, their merch guy was a dickhead. You'd be like, what's the merch guy's name? I don't know. So it was like, do you know what I mean?
So it was just the merch guy on the tour.
Some of them. But my band, I played in Upriver, Honeywell, and then obviously Hell Can Wait, the most recent one. But no, Upriver was the one. I only sold merch on one tour, but then Upriver was the band that was my relentless. Fucking, I was on tour like every other week. I'd go back out on tour to Europe, do like 3 weeks in Europe, 2-3 weeks in Europe. We did like the best one. We did Heavy Fest with the headliner was Fight Star and Coheed and Cambria. But we were on the same label as fucking Gallows. Remember Gallows?
No, I don't.
Thrice?
No.
Don't know. Brutality Would Prevail?
No.
You don't remember any of these bands?
No.
Fuck, it was like the biggest UK fucking hardcore metal label.
I only got into like metalcore and deathcore like recently.
Did bits, and then I met all my favourite bands. Like my favourite bands, like growing up, was like bands like More Than Life, Dead Swans, our boy Ben.
Oh, I've heard of Dead Swans.
Obviously, I knew Ben anyway, but like it went until like I was like playing Upriver that me and Ben got really close, and like and then I met like More Than Life. We played some shows with them. And I had to really hold it together because I was like this, like when we played with them, and then after like backstage, like they'd be like, "Oh yeah, cool show, man." And I'd just be there like, yeah, thanks, mate. But like in my head, I'm like, you're literally my hero, but I don't want to fucking tell
You're
you
a fanboy,
this.
do you?
Fully.
Do you know what's crazy? Yeah, we both like. Okay, I'm 31. Rudy, what? You're 28, 27, 28. So we're of the same generation, and we magically lived in a place before social media was a thing. And
Those are the fucking days, man. When MySpace was the only form of social media, and if you had MySpace, you had MySpace. If you didn't, then you know what I mean, you go to a fucking house
there was
party,
no
like,
comparing your life to anyone else's.
Yeah, social
Do you know
media has fucked everything, man. Social media has given a really horrible fucking painted the fucking a complete false picture.
Well,
of
Lil
the
Xan
world.
said it. I'm not a big Lil Xan fan.
I betrayed the bank.
He said like social media is 100% responsible for everyone's
100%, because you start comparing yourself to shit like you see on the internet of like other influencers, and I know people that are fucking influencers. I know people that have been on like fucking bullshit like Love Island, all this shit, and you see their fucking Instagram posts, and then I'll go fucking meet them for a drink after, and I'm like, what the fuck is that all about? Like, why are you posting that? And they're like, oh, you know, it's just content, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's fake. Yeah. Like, there's so much.
The whole like
so
content,
much fake shit.
The whole content is king thing is so fucking. Like,
I get it because you
dangerous.
I get because you get brand deals, but the way the world's going now,
no,
like,
but
it's
people
just so
aren't getting brand deals, dude.
But I think the best, yeah, it's money though, isn't it?
Brand deals who's getting brand deals?
People from Love Island.
Yeah,
shit like that.
The people on top are getting brand deals.
Yeah.
But not like the fucking average Joe who's like,
no, of course not. But then us average people look at those people and be like, oh,
I want to be like them, you know.
Yeah,
I only need to upload pictures.
The average fucking idiot wants to be like them. But when you sin the world for what it fucking is, that's when you really. That's why I'm having this conversation right now, because you look at shit like that and you know it's fucking fake. You know.
Mate, do you know what the best advice I ever got? Yeah, when I've only been in one relationship in my life, and I was like head over heels in love. And when we broke up, and I found it very hard to get over this relationship, someone messaged me and they said, the best thing you can do, delete your social media, go to the fucking gym.
If I could delete all my social media.
But that's hard, isn't it?
And do you know why it's so much better, right? And I talked to like old heads about this, especially like people that tattoo and shit, like old heads. And I say to them, like, I wish I could go back to the 90s, the age I am now. So I was born in 1993. I wish I could go back to 1993 at 18 years old and live my life from there onwards. Because everything was so much more sacred back then. Because everything wasn't on the internet and social media.
Yeah, nothing could be saved.
Social media has just... No, not even... Well, yeah, in a way. But like, social media is just... It's just ruined... It's a double-edged sword, I think. It's ruined the world, but at the same time, it's made things 100 times better.
But at the same time, we're both guilty of it as well. Me and you are both on Instagram a lot, you know.
Of course, it's an addiction thing. Like, you get a like, you get that fucking
the serotonin, innit? Yeah,
or dopamine, what the fuck it is.
What's the difference between serotonin and dopamine?
I don't know. I thought they were the same thing.
Are they the same thing?
I don't know.
Right, if you know what the difference is between serotonin and dopamine, just comment and tell us. Tell us we're idiots.
We sound really fucking dumb not knowing it, but
we are dumb.
But it's but it's that fucking that hit of a like or followers or blah 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 blah. You know, like, and I swear, like my tattoo Instagram account is like I've got a lot of followers, and it's gonna sound really fucking Hollywood and cliche, right? But I was at my happiest in life when no one knew who I was and I was fucking skint. That's when I was happiest. I know that sounds really... Not saying I'm fucking loaded right now, because I'm really fucking not. And the tax man has just fucked me in the arse. Raw dog. But back when I was a fucking nobody and I was really fucking scrambling for fucking, you know, just to pay my rent. That's when I was at my happiest, you know? Like when I was just... I don't know, when I was just...
When no one else knows about your shit.
Yeah, when no one knows your fucking business. That was when it was fucking... But I look back now and I obviously didn't appreciate it at the time because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. But it's like with anything, when you look back at something now, well, you look back at something in the future that's past tense, and then you're like, fuck, that was a fucking great time, you know? I suppose it's nostalgia, but it's not.
No, I definitely think social media has like literally ruined everything. Like, it's really like Instagrams. I don't have Snapchat, thank fuck.
No, because we're not fucking paedophiles. I'm fucking 28 years old. I do not need Snapchat because I'm not a fucking paedophile.
Yeah, Snapchat is a fucking enigma to me because I don't know. I've got Facebook obviously to just stay in touch with like old friends, whatever. I've got Instagram.
The only reason I got Facebook is to stay in touch with certain people.
And then Instagram's that one like you're a tattoo artist and I'm a barber, so we have
You need it. You need
it just to
word of mouth
promote yourself.
Word of mouth does fuck all nowadays. I mean, it does. You know, it's word of mouth will always be word of mouth, but that word of mouth leads to, oh well, have they got Instagram? Let me look at their Instagram. If you ain't got Instagram, and someone just says, oh, matey up the road, he's sick, bruv. And you'll be like, well, how
you don't get followed.
What do you mean they're not on Instagram? How do I know that they're fucking sick? Like, I feel sorry for the kids nowadays that have grown up and they've grown up with social media and that's all they've.
Yeah, they feel like they have to adhere to that.
Yeah, and it's like since they've like been in existence, it's always been there for them. So they don't actually remember the world, or they don't know the world without
social media. Yeah,
they don't know the world without it. So it's like, I don't know, like maybe, I can't put myself in the fucking brain of a fucking millennial kid that's.
We're millennials, which mean you are a millennial.
No, but do you know what I mean? Like I remember the fucking 90s, man. Before fucking. I didn't have a phone until I was like 15.
Same,
When I got a phone, it was a fucking Nokia 3310.
I had a 3410 was my first phone.
Bro, I used to walk down the road when I got my phone and press the fucking... you could choose your fucking ringtone. And now you get fucking 10-year-olds that got a fucking iPhone. Right?
Mad, isn't it? Like I've always said, if I ever have a kid,
climb a fucking tree or something.
If I ever have a kid, they're not going on the internet until they're 14.
14.
14. That's the age. Like, I don't think you don't, like, as a kid, go out, hang out with your friends. Like, when we was kids, this sounds so fucking, like, millennial or whatever. But before our generation, we used to say it sounded like boomer. You used to be able to leave your front door open. Like, I lived on a cul-de-sac where...
Bro, I was council estate. I'm gypsy boy. Like, I was council estate.
Do you know what I mean? Where you could just, like...
Anyone could walk into your house and, like...
Yeah.
Like, it was different time. Whereas now, it's, like... Oh, we sound like such boomers, man.
We do sound old, don't we?
The world's shit now. Like fucking.
So back in the day, you used to be able to just leave your front door open. You'd go out and you'd play with your kids. Like you'd literally cycle like 5 miles around your mate's house
and see
all the bikes on the floor.
Yeah. That's how you knew where everyone was. Yeah. I was literally just about to fucking say that. Yeah. That's how you knew.
And you'd
bang on the door, be like, oh, can such and such come out? Or such and such.
Is Josh out? Or
Mike out. He's at such and such's house. All right, cool. And then you fucking skirt off there.
You'd see like a dead frog, and you'd be like, yo, I need to show my mates that dead frog.
Yeah. You have to go get. You wouldn't take a photo and send it to him. You'd go get him. And
go and get him.
Man, it's fucking completely different.
Yeah, you guys
completely different plane of existence to fucking today. I mean, how are you? You've asked me all this shit. How are you doing?
I'm alright, mate. I'm alright. I've been on this tangent.
Fucking lie.
No, I think I am alright. No, I'm alright, mate. I've just been it's hard, mate. Like, I've been doing this barbering thing, and it's like, it's mental as well because I believe in myself so much as a barber, and I think like I'm naturally gifted as a barber. Like, I really love the creative side of it.
Do you believe in the whole manifest something and it will fucking happen?
To an extent.
Yeah, to an extent.
Yeah.
I do, but I don't, because it's all just
if you believe in something hard enough, then you're gonna follow that path naturally.
Yeah.
But I don't think if you just think about something long enough.
Yeah, you can't sit there and be like, I'm gonna be the next fucking Jimmy Page. Fucking.
Who's Jimmy Page?
A guitar player. Jimmy Page.
I don't know.
Slash Guns N' Roses. You know what I mean? Like you
What's
can't.
His name Jimmy Page?
No, it's a different guy. But I'm just giving an example of like guitar players, like. Or like You can't sit there and just be like, I'm going to be the next Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
Well, pick up a guitar then. No, because I'm manifesting it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is like,
I think Conor McGregor is like a perfect example of that. Like he's so self-assured, isn't it?
He put the work in though. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. If you believe,
knew he was good though before. You know what I mean?
If you believe in something
until
enough,
Khabib kicked his fucking ass.
It means you're gonna do something. Like right. like say like I believe that I'm going to be a sick barber and I'll follow that path.
Yeah, if you put the work in, then you'll get there, I think.
Yeah, you can't just sit back and do nothing.
Yeah, because then who's going to do it? Who's going to do the work? But yeah, I think if you put the work in and you believe it.
If you believe in yourself, then naturally the next step is putting the work in because you believe. Like you can't just be like, I'm going to be a fucking sick MMA fighter or whatever.
Go do it then. Nah, it will happen.
It all just
don't work like that.
No. The universe will just give it to me.
Yeah, don't work like that. Yeah,
it happens
exactly.
by default. If you think you're good at something or you think you're destined to do something, you got to fucking like the next step is being like, okay, because I think this, I've got to go and achieve it and make the steps necessary for that to happen.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.